So it's Saturday evening, shops are closed, and I have no gift for a friend. So let's make one. A cheese plank is easy, it's nice, and yeah, can't hurt to have one. This seems a bit thick. That's what is it? It's like 5 centimeters. So yeah, let me go to the other side of the shed, and then the best lighting, of course. But I always have a bunch of planks. We could do cherry. Cherry is always nice. Maybe it's a bit long. I can make 2 out of it, but they're also a bit thin. Maybe slightly wider is nicer. That one's actually cool. I have a lot of sanding to do. Could be. This is soft though. Then I need epoxy. This is a nice size already. Oh, needs a lot of work though. But very manageable. Let's consider that an option. Like the spine, that won't do. Sorry for the lighting once again. This is all quite small. Cherry lady. I do like cherry, but it's too small. Hey, come on, give me something to work with. This one I like, I think. Oh. Let me put you here for now. Also needs a lot of work. It's actually the same tree with the same crack, but this plank is better. I think I'm going to take this one. Not sure if I keep this, or maybe I just cut it off. Yeah, I like this one. So yeah, this is burning from the circular saw, because this is one of the hardest woods possible, at least in Europe. It's acacia. I will go for this one. Okay, let's go to the other side. You don't need this, but makes it quicker. It will make a lot of noise though. Ah, wait. It doesn't make a lot of noise. I have to actually turn on the switch in the house. Be right back. Attempt number 2. I think it is this one. So, that's definitely better. There is some soft spot here, but nothing too serious. This will be the bottom, I think. What I wanted to say, like, if you have a really heavy V, it's very easy to chip out wood. So you have to look at the direction. Like, are you gonna push it through like this against the knives, or are you gonna put it like this through the knives? So yeah, that's always something to look at. I'm not woodworking often enough to say which direction is the best. You often also can't say, because this is heavily figured. So I tend to just push it through. If I have a lot of tear out, like here, I have a little bit of tear out, and here a little bit, then I just turn it around. So this side looks actually quite good, but it's not. It has a small cup, I will show you. Let me see if you can see. I will put the light. You see? There's light coming through. It's like 2 millimeters. That's quite normal after drying, but if I have to sand this away, it will take quite some time. So let's push it through and risk some tear out. You never know. So that did improve it quite a bit. Here's some small tear out, but let me see. I can see that I didn't cut over the whole line, because this is fresh. This is fresh wood, and this is fresh wood, but there you still see old. And I feel this is still slightly lower. Let me check with the measurement. Still some, but it's minimal. And don't forget, it's a cheese plank. It doesn't have to be. Oh, now it was off. So yeah, here at the end there's still a bit, and maybe I'm gonna cut off a bit here. Yeah, that's good. Next step. Always forget that stupid thing on the back. Come on. Always hit it. If you have a very sharp saw, it won't burn. But this is a crap blade. Doesn't matter. Next step. This plate is very straight, so I can check. There's a tiny. There's 1 millimeter wobble still here, but for the rest it's all fine. I like to sand it first really rough with an angle grinder to get the black spots off. It's like more like shaping than sanding, to be honest. Different machine. This machine doesn't just turn, it turns in not a perfect circle. Like, can I show you? You see, it's yeah, at the end, you saw? Look at the end. Like it goes in a double circle, and that will give less lines, because if you it's very hard to see, but maybe on the right light you can see grinding spots. So I'm staying at the 100 grit, but now with a finer machine, and again sanding. So I'm done sanding, and let's go to the fireplace, because I'm absolutely freezing. It's -5, but you're standing still sanding, and the sanding machine always blows air, so it's really cold. Yeah. Even though I'm wearing a polar jacket that is like 10 centimeters thick, if you stand still, you get always cold. So I'm gonna spray it there in a fireplace room. So let's get there, and yeah, ended up quite nice. Like not sure if I think this is the front or the back, or so basically that's how you make a cheese plank. If you're a beginning woodworker, then it's quite hard to fill in this thing, because let's be honest, it's a plank. It's a wooden plank. I think the trick with this is to find like weird shapes of wood. Try to find the woods that are thrown away, like or close to the roots, or when there's a big corner in it, or when there's like a T shape in the wood. That stuff that gives nice patterns, and that's nice for cheese plank. So let's spray, and then the colors will pop off the wood, and that's always the nice part. Of course, it's super dark here. Sorry. This part, it's just you will see nothing. I'm walking in the dark. La 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 la. Freezing, freezing. But yeah, it's just nicer to make a personal gift. At least I think so. You can get a cheese plank made by some guy in India for like 20 bucks or something, 30 bucks. I think this is nicer. Ooh, way better. So let me spray here on the ground. I think that's the best. Next to it, and end afterward. Ooh, pretty.